Welcome back to Crochet After Dark. I'm Gwen. I'm your host here. And today is day 6 of Vlogmas. It's also my nephew James's, something like his 39th birthday, if I did my math correctly. So happy birthday, James, should you be watching. I remember the day that he was born. Actually, I wasn't even there. I was away at college, but I remember getting the word that he had been born and then seeing him very shortly thereafter. I can usually remember that I am 25 years older than him and 50 years older than his daughter. And I'm filming later tonight than usual. It is 10:15 my time. But his daughter and we made brownies together tonight, and we watched a couple of episodes of Wednesday. This is one of our things we like to do. We like to find a TV show to binge. She's 13. She can watch scarier stuff than I. We both like Wednesday. We tried Stranger Things, and I was like, oh, I think this is going to scare me. So she now watches Stranger Things with her grandmother. Go figure. Oh, and I have a cat who's, of course, trying to get into my lap. Probably going to be kind of a short video tonight. Just I started not to film, but then I thought I don't want to lose the momentum. Been managed so far for 5 days of Vlogmas. I didn't want to let it go. I would like to ask you to please like, subscribe, share. I have a goal of 25 subscribers by the end of this year. So the more people who will hit that subscribe button, the more it would make me happy. I'd be really pleased with that. Love to have comments from y'all. I try to make sure I go back and check, and I check at least once a day to try to see if there are comments that are coming in. So please let me hear from you. I love to talk about yarn and crochet, even knitting. I used to be an avid cross stitcher. I'll talk about any kind of crafty stuff with you. So let's talk crafts. I think that would be fun. Tonight, I'll give you an update first on the dog sweater. I feel like the end might be in sight. Let me show you what I have here. Got this much of it so far. Now, remember, this is for a small dog. Got little armholes in here. I tried this on one of my cats earlier, and this strikes just below his armpits, not very far down his back. So probably got, I don't know, I'll keep measuring it both on the cat and with a measuring tape, but because I do know how long it's supposed to be for the little dog that it's going to belong to. So I'll keep measuring it, see what is going on. And I'm thinking, and some of y'all maybe who've crocheted longer than I had made a miscount. When I put these armholes in, things got out of whack. So I did a decrease on the row right after the armholes. And I think that I'm going to decrease, maybe not every row right now, but I think I'm going to start decreasing a little bit because I'd like it. I know that this little dog, she's a Chiweenie, so she is long, but I know she's not going to be super barrel chested. She's going to have more of that little, kind of a little hourglass glass figure, little rib cage, and then she's going to shrink in a little bit. So I'm thinking I want to nip it in a little bit before I try putting some ribbing on the bottom. And so that ribbing is still going to give me a fit. I've been watching some videos about how to put the ribbing on, and I'm dreading it just a little bit. Jackson, get out of there. Now, the cat that I wish would get in my lap so you could see him, he's my adorable tuxedo cat. He is not going to, but there's a box next to me. He is going to get in that. So we're going to talk about what's in the box because got crazy a while back and I ordered this. I had never ordered from Yarnspirations, so I don't remember why I chose to. Maybe just because I never had, or it could have been because the bitty stripes may have been on sale. That's one thing that I got. I do know that I like these bitty stripes, or I'm like, oh yeah, I love me some bitty stripes. Or I would have said that. This color is fairy core, and I thought it was really pretty. I don't know what I may do with it. I think this is the sort of yarn I like to keep around to do things for our prayer shawl ministry, or to make a lapgan out of, or even to, if I can get it to work in the what is that thing called? Oh, the little knitting machine, not the Addy, the cheap version. It'll come to me in a minute. But sometimes I can get Red Heart to work in it. Sometimes I can't. But just to make the little loom knitted hats. I guess you call that loom knitting. Is that loom knitting? I don't know. Anyway, I bought 3 of these. And then, wouldn't you know it, this morning I was looking at videos and I ran across a woman. Can't remember her name now. I did subscribe to her channel, so her stuff should pop back up. But she apparently had really liked these bitty stripes in the past. And I have, I know I've done one lapgan with it. Not this color, but with a darker color. And I have some more rolling around in my stash. But this woman remarked that she was finding that the colors were muddier than they had been when they first started, and that you might even have a nice look on the outside of the skein and then have just like a big giant swath of maybe the darkest color that there was in the striping. So now, of course, I opened the box up and looked in it and I went, oh, fantastic. That's what I ordered. I have 3 skeins of this. So I'm hopeful, though, that I find that this is still as pretty as I thought that it was with the first skeins that I bought of it. So wish me luck on that. The 3 that I got all look pretty good. And then I know pardon my shoulder. I told y'all that I had ordered some velvet yarns. Let me get all of them out of the box. There's only 3, so it's not like it's a big hairy deal that I got going on here. Or so I say. My arms are not long enough, clearly. I did order some various. I don't know where that came from. I teach English for a living. You know, I do know the language. But I just wanted to try it out because I tried out the mainstays and I kind of liked it. I had always looked at it and thought I would never crochet with that. I just don't like the look of it. I don't like the feel of it. And then when I crocheted with it, I was like, oh, I do like that. And of course, all I made was scrunchie. I've made a couple of scrunchies. One of them, first one looks great. Second one, abject failure. I think I was talking to my sister while I was working on it. I didn't pay attention to where I was putting my stitches. So anyway, so this one is Bernat Baby Velvet. Oh, you are not going to, this looks blue to you on screen, but it is not blue. It is called Emerald. And I have a feeling it's the crazy light I have in my house. Maybe this ring light back here. I hesitate to turn it up. Oh, that looks green now, like that. But it is a pretty shade, and it kind of has a shimmer to it, I guess, so that obviously whatever you make with it is not going to all look like it's just one solid shade of green. And then for some reason I bought another green. Don't know why. I'm not even a big fan of green. This one is called Pine, and this is just Bernat Velvet. I guess it's a little bit thicker than the baby velvet. It also feels just as soft and just as nice. And you can see the color on it a lot better. The green is showing up much better for you with it. So that I'll try making some scrunchies out of as well. And then this one is called Crushed Velvet. It also is a Bernat. And this color is bright magenta. And I think that's really pretty. It's a dark magenta and a lighter magenta all in one. Sort of, would you call that a variegated? It's not really a tonal, but it goes from light to dark to light to dark, I guess. So this one ought to be pretty also. You can see a good differentiation in the colors there. So those are the 3 colors I got of that to play with. And then just because I'm weird, I don't think it's because I'm weird, I bought a set of Bernat Velvet Minis. These are little 20 yarn. There are 20 skeins of yarn. And each one of them has somewhere in, it's going to eventually tell me, each of them has just 41 yards in it. So I don't know if, whoa, talk about a glare. I don't know if any one of these will be enough to make a single scrunchie out of. It might be. You never know. And there's every color under the sun in here, from white all the way to black. And if nothing else, I thought it looked pretty in the box. Sorry about that glare. Now you can see it better. So you can see the white is is way up there above my thumb, and the black is over here by my finger. So you can see that it goes through a large gamut of colors. You know, if nothing else, I have made a couple of little amigurumi things. So I might be able to try my hand at doing some amigurumi. So that's like the big extent of my crochet for today. I did housework today, just a little bit, not a lot. And kind of just, I'm not sure exactly what else I did. Had the kid over. So we had some, that was a little bit of my time gone. But had a good day, a nice Saturday. Tomorrow should be a pretty easy day as well. So I'm looking forward to another easy day. The weather finally warmed up a little bit here. Sun even came out for, I don't know, a nanosecond. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like tomorrow. It'll probably be cold and rainy again. I've just gotten to the point where I don't want to check the weather because it's much too cold. So I think that I'm about to head to bed now and try to get a decent night's sleep. I don't do that very often because I crochet past my bedtime like a lot of folks do, because it's just so much fun. I have to tell y'all this before I leave. Last night I went to sleep. I had taken the little dog sweater with me. So I had my yarn, I had my sweater, I had my crochet hook. And I was getting really sleepy, and it was one of those things where I'm just going to do a few more stitches. If I can just finish this row, I'll finish this row. I fell asleep, I don't know, 11 o'clock or so. I woke up around 4:30 on my back, clutching my crochet hook in one hand and clutching the sweater in the other. I had a death grip on both of them. Now, my phone had fallen in the floor. It was, and all, of course, the lights were on in the bedroom. I have 2 lamps that I use when I'm crocheting in there. And, but I was sound asleep, holding fast to my crochet. As I thought to myself, a girl's got to have her priorities. I didn't want to lose my hook, and I didn't want to lose the stitches that I had in place already. So that's what we do here at Crochet After Dark. We fall asleep clutching a crochet hook. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm enjoying talking to y'all a great deal. Please, again, if you like this content, please hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment. Love to hear from you. have no idea what tomorrow might bring. I may have embarked upon a new project by tomorrow. Probably not. I want to get the dog sweater finished, and I have a few other small. I might start some small stuff. Maybe that would give me a little bit of a break from thinking about how I'm going to make that dog sweater taper in so that it's not just kind of flapping in the breeze around the poor little baby's rib cage. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow, and until then, have fun crocheting. I'll talk to you soon.